Greetings, and thank you for tuning into my channel. As promised, I would like to share poems with you that I wrote while I was living in Japan. It's a good starting point because it clearly marks a time where I was trying to shed some of the remaining adolescent angst, and it's clear in the tone of these poems. Writing is an excellent tool for reflection. From a month to a year to 5 years, you can clearly see just how far you've come in your emotional intelligence and in your aspirations. And I encourage everyone to try it. I'm going to share 3 poems with you today, and they're untitled. Number 1. You loved me and then you didn't. You loved me and then you wouldn't. I ignored the sudden jolt of anxiety that gave my body the urge to run away from you. But I was paralyzed by your beauty and your grace and your passion for art and style, by your charm and the way you handled your success unpretentiously. Not to mention your culinary skill where I had none. And you ignored your spirit calling out for you to love like you would never love again. You fought, kicked, screamed love away from consuming you. I watched and let you break my heart. I wasn't what you thought you wanted. I wasn't what you thought you needed. In cut-off shorts and rollerblades, a free spirit in pigtails, not the girl who'd rather backpack through Nepal before wasting $1,000 on a week's trip to the Bahamas. St. Lucia, your favorite. So you pretended not to love me, maybe even convincing yourself of the lie in the process, temporarily. But I didn't know how out of touch you were, so I was hurt when you left me. And I started singing those Harlem blues. But you weren't gone for good. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And now you're writing me letters. But my heart and mind are close to your call. I see you in my dreams, sinking, crying, drowning, longing. Stop sending me those sad-ass letters. They're just not what I want to see when I open my mailbox. I've never seen you so up close and so personal, not even as my lover. I've never seen you from the inside out before. It's almost beautiful. Yes, I am happy now. Alone, though not lonely enough to settle for a half-assed love. The nectar of solitude has restored me to 150% proof passion. Goodbye is powerful when said with conviction. Try your own brand of goodbye and mean it. This time you don't have a choice. Stop waiting and start living again. And next time, trust in love when you hear your spirit calling. Number 2. You stare without staring. You share without sharing. You are a land of opposites. I am a semi-permanent journeyer here, living among and teaching your descendants. Yet, I am Gaijin. I'm invisible yet infamous. I am becoming my own island of opposites and juxtapositions in your peripheral view. I'm transforming into isolation, a figment of loneliness's imagination. But once I was a radiant sunrise. I'm becoming a mutant human, the outsider, the other, one of them. But once I was the volcano filled with the life-giving force of the earth itself. No, I am not Japanese. I come to you with my own rich multicultural, spiritual, and intellectual heritage. And yet through my daily lessons, changes enveloping me and turning me over and rolling me out into wet, smoky rice fields are manifesting a love within me that was once not there. Every day I see, feel, smell, touch, experience something uniquely Japanese, genuinely human, so human that it makes me feel a smile at being human myself. Like the girl in heels running for the bus in pain, or even the girls in platforms who walk like they have 300-year-old bunions, or the women, what we will do for the sake of fashion and the opposite sex. The girls who giggle and ask to touch my hair, or the men who perform at karaoke all the life and personality they keep safely locked away in the duration of their lives. Or when I see old women tending a rice field, it massages my mind into the memory of warm rice cereal with sugar and cinnamon my mother used to make with leftover rice once the fried chicken and collard greens were all gone. And I appreciate that rice a lot more than a little bit. Just as Japan makes me wonder who I am, its people help me remember that I am the ivory bird with black speckled wings flying 2 inches above the shallow riverbed, creating a vision for the passersby and catching a glimpse of my own reflection as I sip from the river of life. And number 3, passports. So this one has a title. My U.S. passport hiddenly implies that I can go anywhere and do anything. Such is the lie of my America. Because standing here before you, arrested by your beautiful, piercing eyes, I involuntarily lock mine into yours. I do not, and most likely will not ever, though, have access to even the perimeter of the recesses of your heart. I am mute with English. In my ignorance, all I can think is, I wonder if they speak a little English, or I pray they speak a little English, or God let them speak a little English, or Spanish, or even French or Italian. But in the time it takes to blink, you customarily look away for too many reasons to count. No amount of charm, intellect, beauty could call back your eyes to the land of mystery that I am to you. Is it embarrassment or fear that make you avert your eyes each time? Or was it simply shock that made your mind computers stumble over what it saw when you looked at me? I'll never know. But for me, your eyes, like lasers, burned an imprint of themselves into me, and a part of me will always be standing there looking back into and through you, whispering, beautiful, beautiful stranger. Thank you for listening. Namaste. Until we meet again.